Chosen one. The very people you told your dreams to are the reason your dreams have been delayed. I had to stop you. Not because I didn't want to bless you, but because you were handing sacred oil to hands that were waiting to contaminate it. Listen carefully. Do not skip this message, because what I'm about to reveal now will change everything you think about who you can trust. And if you leave now, you may miss the answer you have been praying for in those late nights when you cried and no one heard you. I saw it. I saw how you poured your heart out. How you excitedly told them about the business, the relationship, the healing, the move, the calling I placed inside of you. And I saw how their smile faded, how their encouragement turned cold. You walked away from that conversation feeling confused, heavy, anxious, suddenly doubting what I made so clear to you. That wasn't just conversation, chosen one. That was a spiritual exchange. You were giving away your power. You have been wondering, why does every door close right after I talk about it? Why does peace leave me the moment I seek validation? Why do I feel attacked right after I announce my progress? It's because not everyone who claps for you is praying for you. Some people are only close enough to collect information, not to intercede for you. You are not crazy for feeling alone. You are set apart. And set apart moves require silent seasons. Look at Joseph. I showed him a palace in a dream, but before the palace could come, he had to learn that his own brothers could not handle the vision. Look at Mary. I gave her a miracle inside her womb, but I told her to ponder these things in her heart, not post them for opinions. What I am building in you right now is too holy for public opinion. It needs privacy. It needs incubation. So today I am giving you a command, not a suggestion. Be quiet. Let them think you are doing nothing while I am doing everything behind the scenes. Let them assume you failed while I am laying foundations they cannot shake. Can I ask you something, my child? How many times have you aborted your own breakthrough because you needed people who never birthed anything to validate what I birthed in you? From this moment on, your silence will be your protection. Your private prayers will become your public testimony. Stop explaining. Stop defending. Stop announcing. If you keep your mouth closed, I promise you, I will open doors no man can shut. Type Amen if you receive this message. Now, come closer, because I need to teach you exactly why I told you to be silent, and how your next move will expose every hidden enemy and unlock the favor you thought you lost. There are 3 kinds of people watching your life right now. The first one cannot help you. They love you, but they have no vision. So when you tell them something big that I showed you, they project their own fear onto you. They say, "Are you sure? What if it doesn't work out? You should be more realistic." And because you love them, you listen, and that fear enters your spirit, and suddenly the faith I gave you feels small. My child, why are you asking people who have never walked on water if you should step out of the boat? The second kind of person does not want to help you. They smile, but in their heart they are keeping score. Proverbs 4 verse 23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." I need you to guard not just your heart, but the gates to it. Your ears, your plans. Have you ever noticed? The moment you announce the new relationship, confusion starts. The moment you announce the finances are getting better, an unexpected bill comes. The moment you announce you are finally healing, the old pain tries to come back. That is not coincidence. That is warfare. The enemy doesn't fight what you keep in prayer. He fights what you expose too early. Think about Nehemiah. When I gave him the assignment to rebuild the wall, he didn't go on announcement tour. The Bible says he waited. He inspected the ruins at night. Quietly. Privately. Why? Because if he had told everyone his plan too early, the Sanballats and Tobiahs would have stopped the work before it even began. Some of you are living with a Sanballat in your inner circle. And then there's the third kind of person, the one who truly is assigned to you. But even they cannot carry the full weight of what I am doing in you right now. This season is between you and me. Matthew 6 verse 6. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father, who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you openly. Do you see it? Your public reward is tied to your private devotion, not your public announcement. I know you're tired. I know in America, everything tells you to post it, to prove it, to show them you made it. The culture says if you don't announce it, it didn't happen. But my kingdom works opposite. What happens in secret is what sustains you in public. Let me talk sense into you for a moment. If I gave you the seed, why are you asking the crowd if you should plant it? You keep showing the blueprints of your future house to people who are comfortable with you living in an apartment. Of course, they will tell you the house is too big. It wasn't built for them. You have cried because you felt unsupported. But I allowed the support to dry up so you would finally learn to lean on me alone. I had to make your circle small so your focus could become clear. So here's what I want you to do now. For the next 30 days, practice holy silence. When I bless you, whisper thank you to me. Don't run to your phone. Don't run to them. Run to the secret place. When I give you an idea, write it down, pray over it, and work on it in the quiet. Let your results announce you. Let your growth speak so loud that you never have to say a word. Because what I am about to do for you, you couldn't even announce it if you tried. No words could capture it. You thought being quiet meant you were missing out. No, being quiet is how you will win. I am not withholding your next move to punish you. I am concealing it to protect it. Like a farmer doesn't dig up a seed every day to see if it's growing. He covers it. He waters it in secret. And then, one morning, harvest. Tell me, my beloved, aren't you tired of starting over? Aren't you tired of that cycle where you get excited, you tell everyone, and then everything falls apart and you have to rebuild your faith again? That cycle ends today, not because people changed, but because you changed. From now on, you move different. You love them from a distance. You wish them well, but you no longer give access to what is sacred. Your next move doesn't need an audience. It needs anointing, and I have already anointed it. You thought your silence would make them forget you, but I am telling you, your silence will make them remember you. Because what I do in the quiet cannot be duplicated. Let me show you what you lost by talking too much. Do you remember Samson? His strength was not just in his hair, it was in his consecration. His secret. The moment he revealed the source of his strength to Delilah, a woman who was never meant to carry his destiny, he woke up powerless. Judges 16 verse 20 says, he awoke from his sleep and thought, I'll go out as before and shake myself free. But he did not know that the Lord had left him. That is what happens. You don't lose power all at once. You leak it, one conversation at a time. Every time you explained yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you, you leaked power. Every time you tried to convince them that God really did speak to you, you leaked oil. I watched you. I watched you sit in your car after those conversations and cry, thinking, maybe I heard God wrong. You didn't hear me wrong. You just shared a God-sized vision in a gossip-sized room. My beloved, why do you keep bleeding in rooms that should never have seen your wound? There is a reason Jesus himself did this. Over and over the scriptures say, but Jesus withdrew to a lonely place. Or, he told them sternly not to tell anyone. Mark 7 verse 36. Why would I tell people not to tell anyone about a miracle? Because not every miracle is meant to be marketed. Some are meant to be matured. Have you ever noticed I am making you wait not because I am slow, but because I am strategic? Think about it. In the US, everyone wants to be seen instantly. Instant success. Instant platform. But I don't build my chosen ones in public. I build them in caves. David learned to kill Goliath by fighting lions and bears when no one was watching. No crowd. No Instagram live. Just him, the sheep, and me. Your lion and bear season felt lonely, didn't it? That job that overlooked you. That friend group that excluded you. That family member who said you would never be more than what you are right now. That was not rejection. That was training. Let me ask you this, and I want you to be honest with me in your heart right now. How many nights have you lain awake rehearsing what you should have said? How many times have you checked their story, their post, wondering if they are doing better than you? How many times have you almost sent that long paragraph, trying to make them understand your heart? You are exhausted because you are fighting a battle I never asked you to fight. Stop fighting to be understood. You are not meant to be understood by everyone. You are meant to be obeyed by destiny. Isaiah 30 verse 21 says, whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you, saying, this is the way, walk in it. You can't hear that voice when 10 other voices are shouting over it. So this is what I am doing right now. I am putting a muzzle on the noise. I am removing certain people, not to hurt you, but to heal your hearing. So this is what I am doing right now. I am putting a muzzle on the noise. I am removing certain people, not to hurt you, but to heal your hearing. Some of you are going to see a shift this week. Your phone will get quieter, and at first, you will feel panic. You will think, God, where did everyone go? And I will whisper, I cleared the room because I finally wanted to talk to you alone. You have been asking me, God, When is it my turn? I am answering you now. The moment you stop performing and start becoming. I don't need you to announce your next move. I need you to become the kind of person who can sustain the blessing when it comes. Because if I gave you now what you asked for while you still need validation, that very blessing would crush you. The promotion would crush you. The relationship would crush you. The business would crush you. So I am building your backbone in secret. Look, here is your wisdom for this season. Write this down in your spirit. 1. If it's not prayed over, don't speak over. 2. If they didn't suffer with you, they don't get to strategize with you. 3. If God gave you the vision, God will bring the provision. You don't need to beg for support. You are not behind. You are being hidden. John 2 says Jesus' mother tried to push him into the spotlight before his time. He said, "My hour has not yet come." Even I, in flesh, had to say no to premature exposure. What makes you think your hour should come before you are ready to carry it? I love you too much to expose you early. So breathe, my child. Stop looking at the clock. Stop looking at who got there faster. Their path is not your path. I did not anoint you to run their race. In the next few weeks, I am going to do something so quiet, so subtle, you will almost miss it if you are still looking for loud. A small open door. A quiet peace about a decision. A person who leaves without drama. That is me. Don't announce it. Just obey it. Your next move will not be loud. It will be precise. And precision doesn't need noise. You have been crying for closure. But I am giving you something better. I am giving you clarity. Closure wants an apology. Clarity says, I finally see why it had to end. Let it end. Let them think whatever they want to think. While they are talking about what you used to be, I am working on what you are about to become. And when I am finished, you won't need to explain anything. The oil will speak for itself. You see, when I anointed David, I didn't anoint him in the palace in front of everyone. 1 Samuel 16 says I sent Samuel to his father's house, and I had him anointed in front of his brothers, right in the living room where he had been ignored. He went back to the sheep after being anointed. Anointed, but still in the field. That's you right now. Anointed, but still in the field. People still see the old you. They still see the shepherd, not the king. But heaven already signed the decree. Do you know how painful it is to be anointed for something that no one around you can see yet? To know you are called to more, but you still have to fold clothes, clock in, pay those bills, wipe those tears when no one says thank you? I saw you serving in that place where you felt unseen. I saw you giving when you had nothing left. I saw you being faithful with little while they were celebrated for doing nothing. And I counted every single moment. You asked me, God, why am I so sensitive? Why do I feel everything so deeply? Why does betrayal hurt me more than it hurts others? Because I gave you a discerner's heart. You are not too sensitive. You are tuned in. What others call overreacting, I call early warning. I have been trying to warn you for months through that uneasy feeling in your stomach after you share your plans. That wasn't anxiety. That was my spirit saying, stop. You are speaking to the wrong ears. You thought you lost opportunities because you weren't loud enough. No, my love, you lost nothing. I hid you. Psalm 27 verse 5 says, For in the day of trouble, he will keep me safe in his dwelling. He will hide me in the shelter of his sacred tent and set me high upon a rock. There is a hiding that is not punishment. It's preservation. The ark was hidden before it floated. Moses was hidden in a basket before he led a nation. Even I was hidden in Egypt for 30 years before I preached one sermon. If you had been celebrated too early, you would have been seduced by applause. If you had been funded too early, you would have been controlled by people who never believed in you. If you had been exposed too early, you would have been destroyed by battles you were not yet built to win. So I kept you hidden, not because you were forgotten, because you are dangerous to darkness. And darkness cannot destroy what it cannot find. Let me heal a wound right now that you never told anyone about. You told someone your next move with a pure heart, and they used your exact words, your exact idea, your exact blueprint, and they ran with it. And they got the credit. And you sat there watching, wondering if you should say something, but you stayed quiet because you didn't want to look bitter. I saw that theft. Heaven keeps records. Proverbs says God is not mocked. What they stole in secret, I will repay in public, but not the way you think. I won't just give you back what they took. I will give you something they cannot copy. Because they stole the idea, but they cannot steal the anointing. They stole the plan, but they cannot steal my presence on your life. Anyone can copy what you do. No one can copy who you are becoming in me. So stop comparing your beginning to their stolen middle. Their version will not last. Yours will have my hand on it. Here is what I need you to do tonight, not tomorrow, tonight. Go back to that journal. Go back to that note on your phone where you wrote what I told you months ago. Blow the dust off it. That thing you thought was dead? It is not dead. It was dormant. Habakkuk 2 verse 3 says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay." It lingered because you leaked it. Now we will seal it again. From this moment, you will have a new rule. No more seeking counsel from the crowd about a calling that came from the closet. If I gave you the vision in prayer, only prayer can interpret it. You want to know who is for you? Watch who is at peace when you are silent. The ones who need you to constantly update them don't love you. They monitor you. The ones who are truly assigned to you can feel your growth even when you say nothing. I am about to send you divine connections who won't need your announcement to know your worth. They will recognize the oil. Like Jonathan recognized David. Like Elizabeth recognized Mary. The baby in Elizabeth's womb leaped. The spirit in them will leap when they meet you. But they cannot find you if you are still standing on a stage performing for people who left. Come off the stage. Come into the garden with me. This is your Gethsemane season. Not pretty, but powerful. Even I had to say, not my will, but yours. And I said it away from the crowd. Only Peter, James, and John were allowed that close. Not everyone gets to go to Gethsemane with you. Stop inviting everyone to Gethsemane. Your next move is not a post. It's a pivot. A quiet pivot that will change your address, your circle, your income, your peace. And when it happens, you won't feel the need to announce it. You will be too busy living it. I need you to understand the power of what happens when you finally obey me in this. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 7 says there is a time to be silent and a time to speak. You have lived too long in a time to speak. I am pulling you into a time to be silent, so that when you speak again, hell will have to listen. Because right now, your words have no weight. Not because you are not anointed, but because you have been speaking to soil that cannot grow your seed. Jesus said in Matthew 13 about the sower, "Some seed fell on rocky ground, some among thorns, some on the path. The seed was good. The soil was wrong. Your dream was never the problem. Your audience was. And I know that hurts to hear. Because you wanted them to be the soil. You wanted your family to get it. You wanted your best friend to be happy for you. You wanted that person you love to finally say, 'I'm proud of you. My child, stop waiting for water from empty wells. I am the one who is proud of you. I saw you when you didn't quit. When that anxiety attack came at 2 a.m. and you still got up the next morning. When you were lied on and you didn't retaliate. When you had every reason to become bitter and you chose to remain soft. Do you know what that softness cost you? Do you know how many times you had to forgive with no apology? That is not weakness. That is warfare. And you won. Now let me show you what your silence will do. First, it will confuse your enemies. They fed off your updates. They knew your next move because you told them your next move. Now, when you go quiet, they won't know how to pray against you. They won't know how to copy you. They won't know how to sabotage you. Second, your silence will restore your energy. Have you felt so tired lately? So drained? It's not just work. It's because you have been spiritually explaining yourself to everyone. Explaining is exhausting. You were not created to explain. You were created to manifest. Third, and this is the most beautiful part, your silence will make me loud. When you stop talking, you will finally hear me. Really hear me. That decision you've been stuck on for 6 months? You will get clarity in one prayer because the static of other opinions will be gone. I want you to do something prophetic right now, wherever you are. Put your hand over your mouth for just 5 seconds. Physically, do it. Put your hand over your mouth for just 5 seconds. Physically, do it. That is not just a gesture. That is a covenant. You are telling heaven and earth, my mouth is now guarded by God. My next move belongs to God. Because Proverbs 21 verse 23 says, "Whoever guards his mouth and his tongue keeps his soul from troubles." Your soul has been in trouble because your mouth has been open in the wrong rooms. But from today, I am sealing your lips with wisdom. You will no longer be the one who says, "I let them rap him. I let them cry. I let them say, it's over." Because some miracles I only do after people have declared it dead, so that no one can take credit but me. Some of you have things in your life that smell like it's been 4 days. That marriage, that finances, that health report, that child you have been praying for. They said it's over. I am saying, roll away the stone. I am not late. I am right on time. But I could not roll that stone while you were still seeking their permission. So this is my promise to you if you obey my instruction to be silent. In the next season, I will give you double for your trouble. Isaiah 61 verse 7. Instead of your shame, you will receive a double portion, and instead of disgrace, you will rejoice in your inheritance. I will give you what they said you could never have, and I will give it to you in such a way that they will have to admit it was me. No more begging for seats at tables I never built for you. I am building you your own table, in the presence of your enemies. Psalm 23 verse 5. You won't have to announce it. The table will announce you. So rest now. Keep your plans between you and me. Water the seed in secret. And get ready. Because your next move is not just a move. It is your arrival. And when you arrive, you will not arrive like you left. You left as the one who needed answers. You will arrive as the answer. I have been turning your pain into a platform in private. Every tear you cried when no one called back. Every night you felt invisible in a world obsessed with visibility. I was collecting that. Psalm 56 verse 8 says, I collect your tears in a bottle. I keep record of every single one. None were wasted. Do you think I didn't see how you had to clap for others while your own hands were empty? How you had to say, I'm happy for you, while your heart was breaking? How you had to celebrate promotions that should have been yours, relationships that you prayed for, but they got first? That is why your anointing will be different. Because you were refined. You were not given a shortcut. In America, everyone wants the microwave blessing. Quick, fast, no process. But I don't do microwaves for my chosen ones. I do fire. I do furnace. Like the 3 Hebrew boys in Daniel 3. They didn't come out smelling like smoke. They came out with a promotion, and even the king had to bow to their God. Your furnace was not meant to kill you. It was meant to burn off what would have killed the blessing. That insecurity? Burned off. That need to be liked by everyone? Burned off. That habit of shrinking yourself to make others comfortable? Burned off. So what comes out of this fire is pure, untouchable, uncopyable. Let me ask you something that has been eating at you. Why do you keep going back to check if the door is still closed? Why do you keep revisiting conversations I told you were finished? You keep wanting to go back to Egypt because at least Egypt was familiar. At least the pain in Egypt was predictable. But I did not bring you this far to bring you back. I brought you this far to make you unrecognizable to your past. Stop going back to ask for closure from people who were blessed by your confusion. Their power ended the moment you stopped explaining. Now listen, I want to give you strategy for this silent season. Because silence without strategy is just isolation. But holy silence with strategy is incubation. Number 1, move in the morning. Before you touch your phone. Before you check who liked what. Before the world tells you who you are. Touch heaven. Give me your first hour. The world gets your leftovers, but I get your first fruits. If you win the morning with me, you will win the day without them. Number 2, document, don't display. Get a book that no one will ever see. Write everything I show you. Every dream. Every idea. Every dollar I tell you to save. Every person I tell you to cut off gently. Don't post it. Document it. Because one day, you will look back at this book and realize I was writing your comeback in real time, and you will weep. Number 3, bless what left. This is hard, but this is holy. Luke 6 verse 28 says, bless those who curse you. Pray for those who mistreat you. I don't tell you to bless them because what they did was right. I tell you to bless them because bitterness is a thief that will steal the next move right out of your hands. You cannot carry a new blessing with old resentment in your arms. You have to put it down. So today, right now, whisper, Father, I release them. I bless them. I let go. I know tears are falling right now. Let them fall. That is not weakness. That is the dam breaking. For months you have been strong for everyone else. Now let me be strong for you. You don't have to figure it all out tonight. You just have to agree with me. You thought your next move was about a house, about money, about a career, about love. No. Your next move is about becoming untouchable in the spirit. So that what used to trigger you no longer controls you. So that when they talk, you don't flinch. When they leave, you don't chase. When they doubt, you don't defend. That is the real next move. Becoming a man, becoming a woman, that no longer begs for what I already said is yours. Isaiah 60 verse 22 says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Not when you announce it. When the time is right. And I decide when the time is right. So I say to you, the waiting is almost over. The hiding is almost over. But do not rush out of the cocoon before your wings are dry. If you break out too early, you will crawl when you were meant to fly. Stay hidden just a little longer. Stay quiet just a little longer. Because very soon, I am going to call your name in a room you never knocked on. I am going to mention you in conversations you never started. I am going to open a door you stopped knocking on. And when it happens, you won't have to say a word. Your life will preach. Your peace will preach. Your glow will preach. Your joy after everything you survived will preach louder than any announcement ever could. So keep your next move off your lips and on the altar. I have it. I am guarding it. And I will perform it. And I need you to see what I see when I look at you right now. I don't see the version of you that they labeled. I don't see the mistakes they keep throwing in your face. I don't see the too old, the too late, the too broken story they wrote for you. I see a warrior who is tired, but still standing. And that still standing is enough for me to move. You have been asking me, God, why does it feel like everyone else is getting their answered prayer, but me? Because your prayer was bigger. Your assignment is heavier. You didn't ask me for a toy. You asked me for transformation. You didn't ask me for just money. You asked me for legacy. You didn't ask me for just a relationship. You asked me for covenant. Those prayers take longer to build because they have to last longer. James 1 verse 4 says, "Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." You are not lacking. You are being completed. Let me talk to the part of you that wants to quit tonight. The part that says, what if I waited all this time for nothing? What if? What if you waited all this time and it was about to break open tomorrow? Would you throw away years of obedience for one night of discouragement? The enemy wants you to abort it in the 9th month. You have carried this so long. The contractions are getting stronger. That pressure you feel, that heaviness, that isn't failure. That's birth. You are about to birth what you have been carrying. But listen to me. A woman in labor does not stop to explain her pain to the people in the hallway. She pushes. She focuses. She blocks out the noise. That is what I am calling you to do right now. Push in prayer. Push in silence. Push in private. Because if you stop to argue with everyone who doubts your due date, you will lose your strength to deliver. I know you have been betrayed by people you prayed for. I know you laid hands on people who later stabbed you in the back. I know you poured into people who forgot you the moment they got full. And you asked me, God, was I foolish to be so generous? No, my child. You were Christ-like. Romans 12 verse 20 says, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. You did what I do. But now I need you to be wise like a serpent and gentle like a dove. Matthew 10 verse 16. Being good is not an invitation to be used. Being kind is not a permission slip for people to stay who keep hurting you. Some people were only meant to be in your story for a chapter, but you kept trying to make them the whole book. And every time you did, you had to rip out pages I was trying to write. Let them go. There is a new chapter starting that requires new characters. And the characters who are coming will not need you to beg for respect. They will recognize the God in you instantly. There is a new chapter starting that requires new characters. And the characters who are coming will not need you to beg for respect. They will recognize the God in you instantly. I am about to bring you relationships that don't drain your oil, they protect it. People who don't ask, what can you do for me? But ask, how can I cover you? But I cannot send them while your hands are still full of what I told you to release. So right now, in this moment, I am doing surgery. Not to harm you, to free you. Hebrews 4 verse 12 says my word is a sword that divides soul and spirit. I am cutting soul ties that have kept you tied to seasons that expired 2 years ago. You will feel it. You will feel a sudden peace about letting go of that conversation. You will feel a sudden strength to delete that number, to mute that page, to walk away from that table without explaining why. That is not you being cold. That is me being your father. I am closing doors you were too loving to close. And once I close them, don't reopen them just because you get lonely at midnight. Loneliness is not a sign to go backwards. Loneliness is a sign that you are between where you were and taking you. It is the hallway. Don't build a house in a hallway. Your next move is not just about success. It's about sanctification. It's about you finally believing what I have always said about you. You are chosen. You are worthy. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared for something that requires a stronger version of you. And that stronger version does not announce. That stronger version moves with God and lets God announce him. So keep your eyes on me. Not on them. Not on the timeline. On me. Because I am about to make you a living testimony that silence plus obedience equals overflow. And when I do, you will understand why I had to make you wait. Because what I am about to release cannot be revoked by human opinion. What I am about to build cannot be burned by jealous hands. What I am about to bless you with cannot be cursed, because it was forged in silence. Think about Jesus on that donkey, riding into Jerusalem. For 30 years no one knew who he was. For 30 years he worked in a carpenter's shop. No miracles, no crowds, just obedience in obscurity. And then one day, one ride, and the whole city had to shout, Hosanna! 30 years hidden for 1 week that changed history. Your hidden years were not wasted years. They were weight-building years. You wanted me to validate you in front of them. But I was waiting to validate you in front of principalities. Ephesians says we are seated in heavenly places. Your real promotion is not happening on earth first. It is happening in the spirit first. And when heaven signs it, earth cannot cancel it. Let me heal this last lie that has kept you up at night. You thought, if I don't announce it, they will think I have nothing going on. They will think I failed. So what? Let them think you failed. Let them think you are quiet because you have nothing to say. Their misunderstanding is my protection. Because the moment they think you failed, they stop watching. They stop plotting. They stop trying to compete. And while they are looking away, I am building. Proverbs 13 verse 11 says, dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. That applies to everything. Whoever gathers little by little in secret grows. Little prayers every morning no one sees. Little obedience when no one applauds. Little giving when you barely have enough. Little forgiveness when it would be easier to be bitter. Little by little. That is how I build things that last. You have been despising the little, but I have been measuring the little, and I am about to multiply it. Have you ever wondered why you feel so different from everyone around you? Why small talk drains you? Why you can't just be content with just getting by? Why you cry about things other people laugh about? Because you were not built to get by. You were built to build. You are a builder. Builders don't talk much. They measure. They lay bricks. They sweat where no one sees. And then one day, there is a house where there was once empty land. This message was God teaching you why your life has felt delayed, heavy, and attacked every time you shared your vision. The core revelation. God didn't tell you to be silent to punish you. He told you to be silent to protect what He is building in you. Every time you announced your plans, you leaked spiritual power and opened the door to warfare, doubt, and sabotage. Why you must not announce your next move. 1. You were sharing with the wrong soil. Your dream was never the problem, your audience was. Jesus taught in Matthew 13 that good seed fails on wrong soil. Some people can't help you because they have no vision and project fear. Some don't want to help you because they are monitoring you, not supporting you. 2. Your announcement created warfare. The moment you announced it, confusion, unexpected bills, and attacks came. The enemy doesn't fight what you keep in secret prayer. He fights what you expose too early. Like Samson in Judges 16, when he revealed his secret to Delilah, he lost his strength. 3. You were built in hiding, like David and Jesus. David was anointed as king, but went back to the sheep field. Jesus was hidden for 30 years as a carpenter before 1 week changed history. Your hidden season is not rejection, it's training. God hides what is dangerous to darkness. 4. Your biblical examples of holy silence. Joseph had a palace dream, but his brothers couldn't handle the vision. Nehemiah inspected the ruins at night in silence before rebuilding, because Sanballat and Tobiah would have stopped him. Mary pondered the miracle in her heart instead of seeking public opinion. The divine strategy for your silent season. 1. Move in the morning. Give God your first hour before you touch your phone or the world. 2. Document. Don't display. Write the vision in a private journal that no one sees. Your results will announce you later. 3. Bless what left. Release bitterness and people from expired seasons, because you cannot carry a new blessing with old resentment. Luke 6 verse 28. God's promise if you obey. If you keep your next move off your lips and on the altar, God promises to confuse your enemies, restore your energy, and make Himself loud in your life. Your silence will lead to double honor. Isaiah 61 verse 7. Your next move is not a post, it's a precise pivot. It doesn't need an audience, it needs anointing. When God is finished, you won't need to explain. Your peace, your glow, and your life will preach louder than any announcement ever could.